Hello and welcome back to Let's Run Facebook Ads, a podcast with myself, Nick Boddington. Today I'm going to talk about creative, the area that most people moan about more than ever and are moaning about more than ever because it's getting, is it harder? You've got to be more creative for your creative. Excuse if that was a little bit of a rhyme there. Why? Because the algorithm's changing. Why? Because consumers are consuming content differently. Why? Because TikTok was created. It's messed up the world of Facebook advertising in the way that we know it. Small businesses, large businesses, it doesn't matter who you are finding it really, really hard to keep up with the creative fatigue and how quickly you need to be creating new creative or iterations. Creative has always been king. The creative is what stops the scroll, essentially. The hook is what gets someone interested in the first 3 seconds, and if it's a video, the through play is what makes someone watch it. Those elements are really, really important. If we go back 3 years, or if we go back even longer to when I started in this, you could have an ad running for months, 6 months. I've had ads running for 12 months plus, and they've never had to change because they've just got results. And an easy way to sort of say this is, my analogy is describing it like a database. Now, I don't know how many of you have bought databases, but when you're buying a database, if it's consumers or businesses, you have demographics. And it's kind of like how Facebook's database in its audience is created the same way. We all have a database would be simply, let's say it's a business database, is all the businesses in the UK or America or Europe, a business, yeah? The contact at a business and who that contact might be, usually a senior decision maker, how many employees it's got, where it's based, what its turnover is, simple demographics like that, right? And if you bought a database to do an email campaign, we know, because I'm sure all of you have got email addresses and you go use MailChimp or Klaviyo to send an email out, you'll put 1,000 email addresses in, press send, and probably 98% of those get delivered, okay? Done. Facebook used to be similar to that. So you could build an audience of 200,000. So when I started this, we'd have audiences like 200, 500,000. If we got to 1 million, that was kind of like a bit too broad. It was like, we need to slim this down. And we could choose on athletes. I remember doing a gym that I had where we grew it by choosing CrossFit athletes. We could actually select the name of CrossFit athletes. Now you've got to be huge Kim Kardashian style to be able to be found on the audience. And we pretty much knew by our reach, because we'd look at the same metrics we look now, that our ad would still reach, I don't know, 250,000 of 300,000, okay? A lot of people would see that ad. Now, as advertising has got tighter, and really more, I would say, that TikTok's come around, is that Facebook got into a bit of problems. We don't know this, but I know this in the way that, because I spend all my time in these platforms, TikTok got so popular that Facebook is having to go, we're going to lose our market share to TikTok. And I know now, just myself, I spend more time in TikTok being entertained than I do learning or seeing stuff or watching what people are doing in Instagram. I probably spend 10 minutes a day in Instagram, and I probably spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes in TikTok, okay? So it's losing market share. So how does it stop losing market share? It makes the algorithm so tight that you and I as consumers on Instagram or Facebook are going to see content that we really, really want to see. Yeah? Does this make sense? Everyone following this? You go open Instagram tonight and you're going to see content you want to see. If you don't see content you want to see, you're going to go to somewhere else. Probably somewhere like YouTube or TikTok, okay? That's a problem. So if we go back to that ad that's running for ages, that gets in front of all these hundreds of thousands of people and you're getting sales from it, it's because the audience is huge. Facebook's showing it to a huge audience and you're getting that through. The problem is now that if you've got 1 million in your audience, you will probably only reach with an ad will probably reach, let's say, 10,000. That's it. And your reach will start going You'll start seeing your frequency go up. You probably don't see the frequency. I see the frequency, so it's something I look for straight away. But you'll be going, why is my lead cost come up? Why are my sales costing so much money? Why is my click-through rate not here? It's because you've run out of audience reach for your ad. The only way around this now is new creative, because that audience is there. Those million people are there, but you've got to get to them in different ways. And if that creative A didn't work, you need creative B or creative C. If they don't work, you need creative D, E, F, G. Do you see what I mean? It just keeps on building up and building up and building up. And that is, guys, truly the way around it. It's what I have to do in my own ads. And I've got so many accounts, which I would say my most successful accounts are the ones where the company owner is on board with the creative and they help with the creative and they produce a lot of creative. How I've built the ads isn't the be all and end all. Yes, of course, we've got to strategize, and someone like Emma's Diary, for instance, has every different audience strategy built in there and they all work. But if I go to the smaller businesses, and the one I've got in my head right now is a company in Portland in America, they go to a 40-mile radius. So in a 40-mile radius, we know there's a couple of million people, right? But this is to do with their product is functional medicine. I don't even know how many of you out there know what functional medicine is. And if you have heard of it, what it actually does, okay? So I would say that depletes your audience. It's not like you're selling hamburgers to 2 million people and saying, hey, we're a new restaurant that's opened in Portland, come and visit us, here's 50% off your first order. It's going to get to loads of people and you'd hope loads of people come into it. Talking about functional medicine. Now, what we've come to realise running this particular account, and we run it on a weekly calls where we talk about, I have a call with the owner and we talk about the ads for half an hour, and then on a Friday, we have half an hour where we have other members of our teams come in and all we do is talk about creative. I'm not saying this that you have to have meetings. I'm just saying if you want to have successful ads now, you need to be thinking creative on the forefront immediately and think about how you are going to get more views. This podcast that we're filming now is going to be used, it's going to be cut up and it's going to be used for different creative, for different types of ads that I'll be running for the business, because I know that this needs to change quickly and quickly and quickly. So going back to that ad account in America, we have a call every Friday and we build new ads. Now, he's only got 40-mile radius, so it's not like he's got the whole of the US to go out to and it's just endless amounts of different audience. He's only got the amount of people that live in a 40-mile radius of his clinic, okay? So what we'll do is we'll do a video, well, we won't, the client will do a video, and some of our winning videos are where they're just walking into the clinic, okay? So it's just literally a POV, walking into clinic, the receptionists are waving, I can see the ad now, they're waving in reception, and then it's got some background things of different things happening in the clinic, some of the equipment. We've put some music over that, and then we put some text overlay. That particular video, which we call Walk-In, has now had 10 different iterations of changing the sequence of how the text gets put across the top. We found winning things that if we put a little pin and say Portland, Maine on the opening of the video, every video where we have the little pin works better than the others. So we know that's something we have to do. So every video we do, we have to have the pin. And then we know that advanced testing works really well and functional medicine works really well. So we try and get those in the first 5 seconds along with other things. So that has created 15 different iterations. Now, of those 15 different iterations, I'll build one campaign and I'll test 5 out. So it'll be one campaign, an ad set, which is the same ad set as all the other ads that are running, and I'll do 5 ads, 1 to 5, okay? Facebook will go through those ads and it will usually find a winner. Within 48 hours, it's found a winner and it stops serving any budget to those other 4 ads. I take that ad and I carry on going with it and I probably turn the budget up. I turn the other 4 off, I'll create another campaign, same audience, same demographic, same radius, and I'll say Walk-In, let's say it's called Walk-In, remaining videos, and I'll do the other 4. Now we're still working only 5 of these, but remember we had 15 iterations. So this is keeping us constant every week. As soon as one starts going too high in price and we're not getting the leads through, we turn it off. But I've got another 10 iterations to set up in the same testing way to go up through the account. And the account at all times probably has 6 to 8 different ads going in its top of funnel campaign, but we know that we've got a database now, we know we've got a file full of different creative that can ready come out. If we see another one working, we go, okay, well, what worked on the walk-in? Let's take the text and let's put that on top of another video that we want to try out. And we're just trying, all we're doing is just getting new creative into that algorithm, into the same 2.5 million people, because one's triggered, Joe Bloggs has seen one and gone, no, I don't like that. But then the next day he sees another one and goes, resonating with that, that's engaging with me, click. That's all we're looking for. Less and less how you build the ads. And we know this with Advantage Plus and Facebook's trying to take over. That sort of stuff now is important, but it's not the most important. If you don't have creative that's engaging, and it's just not getting the attention, and you're just going to have to keep trying until you figure out what's working, what's not working. And then when you figure out what's working, do more of what's working with different iterations. You don't have to go back to the drawing board every time. You just need to create different iterations of those creatives, take them forward and keep on building your ad account with lots of different creatives. It's the hardest part of it now, because what we all want to do, guys, I know I'm the same. I just want to put an ad live and have it work like it did 5 years ago. It's gone. Those days are gone. We can't be doing that anymore. If you're just coming into advertising like this, just creative. That's all we need to think about. Get really good with Canva, get really good with your iPhone, and just start putting things together. I hope that helps. If you need any help from me, you know where I am. Go to theadsclinic.com, jump on for a 30-minute call, and let's see where we can help. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.